just to let you know I'm ballin'. I'm a sweat. Make it rain just to let you know. Yeah, you cannot see me, the windows is tinted. Yeah, driving around right in that Bentley. Hey, you driving around right in that Bentley. Hey, but your shit, it just be rented. Hey, but that is none of my business. Hey, money won't stop me, go straight to the top. Believe it or not, you like getting the same. Yeah, she know I'm a rock star. Looking at my chain, on my diamonds rock hard. Turned the way up, I ain't getting.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today, we've got a team that's been great at defending the pass. The Chargers are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Texans, who will need to solve that secondary.
Larry, football is back in Los Angeles as we welcome you inside the StubHub Center in Carson, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Chargers. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Thomas, the man in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
It's so important to establish the running game early in a contest because when you do that, that just opens your playbook so big for your offensive coordinator. And to be frank about it, they like calling pass plays better than they like calling running plays. And with the way that they're running it right now, that's going to open things up to do whatever they want through the air as this game goes on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. 4th down, they're going. Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So now it's 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy. Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
And now out comes Houston. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now they'll run it on the toss. A little juke, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
He's gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Flushed out right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Being chased out left. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And now Bridgewater is still down. Looks like he was shaken up there. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. 6 yards to go here on 2nd down. So Bridgewater forced to the sidelines. And they'll turn things over here to the backup to see if he can dig him out of this hole. Looking to throw. Page. And an alley to run. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 19. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They come out here in the eye. And they'll run it here. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, that the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, Defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And the back goes into motion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Instead, he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Officially, no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
No, check, Patriot!
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Over! Hurry up, here we go! Blue! No, check, Patriot!
Looking to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 3rd and 5.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Here we go now. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there and set and change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. 23 yards on the play. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Operating from the gun, Page, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Chargers. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 28. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll set up a throw. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Let's go! Green, Detroit! Over! Detroit! Detroit!
They're going to try and throw. Eluding the pressure right. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. On first down, Page finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Texans will extend their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He'll drop to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for the Chargers. And even 50 yards.
No. Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go. Green. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a third down and 2. To throw. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They go play action here on first down. Space to maneuver at the 40. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 23 yards on the play.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On first and 10, Page. Floating one, incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And that was a young pup, the rookie being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, all right, now, lucky 56. Lucky. No, check, Patriot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Over. Watch it now. Leopard. 25, check 25. Over.
They'll set up to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Blue 90. Leopard.
Now back to throw. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Here we go, guys. Blue 90. Black 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Watch it now, boy. Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
To throw on second down. Page. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Michael Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. From the gun, Page, and that'll be incomplete. The 3rd time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries, still have the lead, but couldn't get the 3rd.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, and we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for, felt good about being aggressive and going for it, and right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw. Lets it fly for Treadwell. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And here comes the Texans now. And with great field position here, chance for some points before the break.
That's prime real estate. Just have to decide how they want to try and take their shot to try and put those points on the board.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Michael Thomas in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans add on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now let's go. Green.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Under pressure, they got him again. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Now let's go. Green.
They'll throw now on the final play. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he's brought down after a good gain. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Leopard. Set. 3-9. Leopard.
Halfback sent in motion.
Rush it. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Back 99.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And the back goes into motion. Back to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Able to get there and pick it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Back to throw. Page. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And here we go on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Page steps away and he will score. It's a touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Tucker now to add the point after. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They'll need to get the play off quickly.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Double tight. Double tight. Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Leopard! Leopard!
He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. The play clock's running down. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, that's Austin. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chain. As well. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. Second down here.
Back 99 penalty. Here we go. Here we go now.
They'll drop to throw. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The Chargers on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hurry up, here we go. Go, let's go.
He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And to give this time to the tailback. Finds a seam inside the 40. 20. 10. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times. This game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 14 on the play. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Off play action. Page. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Looking to throw. Page. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Melvin Ingram able to drop him for a loss of 4. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now. Back to throw. Page. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans continue to pour it on. From the gun, Page. And a little floater there is incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Second down now after the sack.
Watch right, watch right. Hey, keep it up. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Mike, 59, Mike. Check, 59. Hey, I'm coming. Watch it now, Barney.
They're going to look to throw. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 4 yards on the...
Like the way it sounds, Frody? Yeah. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon. Man, I'm flying